Long ago, in northern Italy, there lived a great king named Numitor, who ruled the city of Alba Longa. The king had a very jealous younger brother, Amulius, who eventually gained a following and seized the throne, sending Numitor into exile. Amulius proved to be a fierce ruler. He spared the life of Rhea Silvia, Numitor's beautiful daughter, but forced her to serve in the palace temple. One night, while she was alone in the temple, Rhea was visited by Mars, the god of war. He immediately fell in love with her, and 9 months later she gave birth to twin boys, who she named Remus and Romulus. She tried the race of babies in secrecy, but Amulius discovered her deception and became enraged. He ordered all 3 of them to be thrown into the Tiber River and drowned. Before she died, Rhea managed to put her babies into a basket. The boys floated safely away downstream. The basket came ashore at Palatine, where a she-wolf happened to be passing by. Upon hearing the soft cries of the babies, she took them back to her den and raised them on her milk. A woodpecker also befriended the boys and brought them fruit, nuts, and meat. From that day forward, the woodpecker and the wolf became the sacred animals of Mars. The boys grew up strong and healthy. One day, a shepherd tending his flock discovered the twins and took them home with him. The good shepherd and his wife raised the twins as their own for 10 happy years. The boys were well cared for, and they learned how to read and write. They also helped defend their family against attacks by bandits. However, there came a time when the family was outnumbered and surrounded by bandits. Romulus managed to escape, but Remus was captured and brought before the bandits' leader. The leader decided to take Remus to the local landowner and turn Remus in as the one who had been attacking and stealing from the community. The landowner was old, and the bandits believed he could easily be fooled. Before passing judgment on the boy, the landowner allowed Remus to tell his story. As Remus spoke, the landowner began to cry. Remus was the grandson he had never known. The landowner was none other than Numitor, the exiled king of Alba Longa. He brought the boys back into their real-life family, and together they took the throne back from King Amulius. All was well for a time. After a while, the boys tired of their life in Alba Longa. They wanted to rule a great city of their own. They traveled near and far until they found themselves back in Palatine, where they had washed ashore as babies. They decided it was here they would build a grand city. Romulus felt he was better suited to the rule and wanted to name the city Rome. But Remus thought that he would make a better ruler and that Rome was a far better name for a town. They argued for days until coming up with a solution. Were they not children of a god? Why not let the gods decide who would become king? They climbed to the top of a hill and waited for an omen or a sign from the gods. Within moments, 6 large vultures soared down from the sky and encircled Remus. Remus shouted triumphantly that he would be king. His cry had scarcely faded away when, to his great surprise, 12 giant vultures came down and encircled Romulus. Romulus began to make plans to build the great city of Rome, which he would rule. Unfortunately, Remus was a very poor loser and continually taunted Romulus. Finally, Romulus lost his patience and his temper. He drew his sword and hurled it at his brother. He didn't mean to kill Remus, but the sword pierced Remus' body, and his brother slowly fell to the ground at Romulus's feet. Thus was Rome founded in a pool of blood. Although this story is a legend, it helped shape the story of Rome and came to symbolize the rise and the fall of the great Roman Empire.